Alright dreamers, thanks for tuning in for a few short looks into Cyberpunk 2077. I won't be delving all too far into this cushy play, as I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't played it. Plus I haven't completed it yet, and I want to take my time with this one, you know? In the making for such a long damn time, and with so much effort that's gone into this game, I want to savor every drop of this rapture of joy. Which means I likely won't be coming out with a higher review for a bit, as those take some time and require me to complete the game for a comprehensive review. I'll be taking you through a fairly robust character creation, and the first few moments of the game, with my perceptions so far. It's smooth as hell playing on PC, and that's how I generally prefer reviewing most games, except for some like Monster Hunter for example. I'll be doing a review on Rise when it comes out as well, by the way, so make sure to subscribe to see that video. Now I know what you may be thinking, you pothead YouTuber, why in the world are you opening this cushy play with so many notes of positivity when the game has been reported to have endless bugs and other issues? Well, I'm not seeing them on PC at least. So far into the game I'm about 12 hours in I think, and I've only had about 2 crashes. No other glitches or bugs. Not sure how widely reported issues are for those on PC, but the consoles very well may have some issues I can't say. I spent an arm and a leg and a few additional limbs on my bad boy PC, and I intend to get some use out of it. Plus it just looks much better compared to consoles in my humble opinion. Anyway, character creation is pretty great. There is some controversy on the voice of V though, as it is too masculine for some folks, and there isn't a median at least between feminine, which would cause the world of Night City to refer to V as a woman, and masculine manly voice. That didn't sound very manly, did it? Personally, I don't really mind either way. When role-playing and given the option of good character design, I'll usually tend to choose pretty boys or lighter husky voices. Gruff usually isn't my thing for most games. Games that are immersive, at least. The exception to this rule, of course, is The Witcher 3. It didn't seem to make a difference to me there, and I remained completely immersed throughout the entire experience. Shit, I was Geralt in that story. So I don't know, maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, which is fairly likely. We meet some lovely characters and cruise around Night City, which is just fan-fucking-tastic. Built down low and soaring high into the sky, it truly is a sight to see. I love the idea of approaching open-world design vertically instead of horizontally. This way we aren't tracking through endless amounts of nothing. Here, everything is concentrated solely on this magnificent city, and magnificent it truly is. I think I mentioned that earlier too, but I'll excuse redundancy here. I see no way in hell anyone could not enjoy themselves, and the NPCs all seem to act fairly normally, which is a pretty good compliment in itself. You know, so many games get it wrong. I recently reviewed Greedfall just a few weeks ago, and its NPCs were okay as well. When you were in the cities, they acted and moved naturally enough, but this just pushes it into overdrive. Now it's incredible, you know, how the NPCs react. You know, if you stare at them, they'll stare back at you, and they'll even question you. What are you looking at? I've had a couple ask me that without pushing the F button, without prompting them. I've had some, you know, bump into me or I bump into them, and they'll say, "Excuse you," you know, and they'll kind of, you know, push up against me a little bit and towards. So there is so much crammed into this world. I just don't see anyone getting bored. I'm going to be playing this for quite some time. Everyone is smoking, which I've always found a little odd for dystopian games like this. Have we eradicated all disease? Do the cyberware implants prevent lung cancer? Probably. I haven't read through all the lore quite yet, but I intend to. I want to learn everything there is to know about this work of art. I love CD Projekt Red, and most importantly, well-done developers who put in the hard work in creating this world, working those tireless hours to model and perfect, to the best of their abilities, this work of art. And I know there's going to be a lot of updates to come and patches. While I'm not personally experiencing the bugs and the issues, I can understand the frustration that people are having with them. Having said that, they're just bugs. They will be ironed out, and the true aspect of the game I don't really think is affected by it. You know, it does break the immersion, I understand that, when you're playing through a quest and suddenly it crashes, or you're just running through Night City and it crashes, or any number of other things that could happen to break the experience for you, even just momentarily. And then there's just some people who can't play at all. It just won't load for them at all, or it's just quite literally unplayable. You know, but dipping below a low frame rate, and you know, I don't really see that as an issue if it's just here and there. I never had any issues with my frame rate. I believe it was 56 when I didn't check it consistently, mainly because I didn't really need to. Played so well, I didn't really even think about the frame rate, so I didn't really need to check it. Now, if I do a proper review of this, then I'll make sure to note the frame rate itself. I didn't do that with Greedfall, and I regret that, but I don't really want to re-upload the video, so. Alright, well anyway, this leads us to combat, which, oh boy, I'll just let some of this footage speak for itself. I'm rubbish, I know, but just look at the combat generally. It's fucking awesome. Consistent frame rate, good draw pushback on the guns as they fire, impact is felt. Melee is also impactful, if not a little chaotic. I'm trying a bit too hard, I think, in my sword dancing, but it seems to be really effective as so far. When I can't quite handle an opponent from afar, I'll weave right in while holding down the left mouse and let him have it. A blast all around. I think that's probably sufficient for right now. I don't really want to go into any story analysis or anything in depth like that for right now. I just wanted to give a little bit of a highlight to the game and just let people see what the first impressions of it. If you purchase the game now, this is what you're going to see. If you choose to wait while they iron out the bugs, that's totally understandable. And hopefully this video at least showed you some aspects of the game that might help you decide. The higher review will definitely be coming out soon, so subscribe to see that notification. I also regularly drop content for older indie games as well, so take a look at those. Thank you for watching this cushy play. This has been Blue Dream Gaming. Stay safe and take care.